Hello everybody, Pete Lepore, Psych School, Wilderness Division, back again with another gear review for you. Today we're going to be talking about cooking stoves. Stick around, this one's good. How you doing, folks? Pete Lepore back again. I don't know about you guys, but I know when I go camping, I like to eat. I like to eat all the time. Part of my problem. That's what my doctor tells me anyhow. Aside from that, even in emergency, people like to eat. And in all honesty, when you have good food in an emergency, you kind of feel a lot better about yourself and about what's going on. At least you need that nutrition to keep your levels up, to keep your mind steady and going. And it actually helps with the family, because if your family don't eat, kids get cranky, adults get cranky, everybody gets cranky, it's not a good scene. Anyhow, aside from that, there's all types of ways to cook in an emergency, or even just for camping. You could have a charcoal barbecue. You could have wood on the floor and put a grate over it and cook. You could go solo with a solar stove. That works. Different varieties, but today we want to talk about basically a stove, or in this case, a one-burner cook stove. There are different sizes and different types of burners and stoves that are out on the market. You can get the small backpack stove that they call them expedition stoves. They're basically a fuel can with a little grate on top of them, and a lot of hikers and travelers of that nature use those little stoves to cook their food on. They want something small, light, and easy to carry. When you get into situations like an emergency for a house, or just family, outings, for camping and stuff, you want something a little more larger and a little more easy to cook on. Coleman, which is a very popular company that makes a variety of different products for camping and for emergency preparedness in other fields too. They make stoves, and they make them basically in 3 different types. You could have a liquid fuel, which is a white fuel. Some of the older models used to run on gasoline and on diesel. They've gone away from a lot of that type of equipment nowadays, and they go to one of 2 items. It's either a propane cylinder, or they run on butane cylinders, which is this. Butane is basically what you would find in your normal cigarette lighter or torches. A lot of people or plumbers use map torches. They use butanes in them, as much as other chemicals too. But for our purpose, we're going to talk about butane. This is the, I'm going to hold this up just to give you, this is the Coleman Butane Stove. It's from the Outdoor Company. It's a small, backpackable type unit. Also small enough you can throw it into your car, your RV, your boat, whatever you have. It's got a multitude of uses. It comes in a plastic carry case, which is kind of nice. It's not the best case. It is thin plastic, lightweight. I'm going to take the stove out just to show you it. It is a lightweight case, plastic. Nothing very expensive or frilly about it. By the way, but in some ways that's good, just to show you that these cans are somewhat durable. They will take a fall or a bounce. They're supposed to be puncture resistant, which is also good, because you store them for traveling in your car and all. At least you know that the kids jumping over the seat kicking it is not going to break it open readily. They're not infallible, but they do give you a certain percentage of safety. With that being said, this is the stove that we are talking about today. This model comes with a high-low setting as a lock, and then this setting here has the electronic ignition on it with the flame setting. So in this position down, that's the lock setting. If you were to turn this to the ignition part, where it would be the electronic igniter that would ignite the gas, this would not ignite. This is a safety feature. Push it up, stove's ready to operate. You would turn the handle all the way down to where you see the little lightning bolt. When you turn it down to the end, I don't know if you're going to be able to hear it, but you'll hear a click. And when you hear that sound, that's the click that will set the electric igniter. The gas will be on from you turning it down to this position. It'll let a certain amount of fuel out into the system. It'll light the stove, and then you could back off on it to get the height of the flame you want. It's adjustable until you get all the way back up to the top, where it'll cut it off again. It works just like your stove at home. If you have a stove at home with an electric igniter, you turn the knob to a certain degree, you hear the click, and then it lights the stove, and then you can adjust the flame. Very easy to set up, you know, and use just like a home stove. They kind of built it that way so it'd be kind of, you know, idiot-proof. As you can see from the stove, the framework that holds the pot up, it's got about a half an inch to 3/4 inch height. It sits over the flame. This is your burner. The burner material is standard stove flame burner material. It's a little more heavy duty than the outside aluminum construction of the stove. This will take the heat without a problem and maintain heat, which is good because when you're using the stove in the outdoors, what tends to happen sometimes is that wind and temperature will drop the BTUs coming out of this unit to heat up your water or your food. So, being that this is a heavier steel design, it will hold the heat a little bit better. As you guys will start using stoves and get more accustomed to it, you'll realize that maybe when using a stove, you might want to have some type of barrier around it. Some of the other camp stoves that we have what is called a foldable lid. The lid opens up in this direction and it has wings and it blocks the wind. This particular unit doesn't have it, so it's the way they made it. But if you're using this in an emergency situation in your home, hopefully you don't have that big of a draft in your house. Just a word of caution, whenever you're using anything like this type of stove in a house, an apartment, in a closed area, or in an emergency situation, just check with your fire laws and codes in your local area about these types of stoves, and check with the manufacturers. Anything that produces flame could also produce carbon monoxide and stuff, and you always want some type of ventilation in your house. Even in an emergency situation, even RVs, campers, boats, everything needs some type of airflow to keep down any possibility of any kind of carbon monoxide or any other fumes. You always want some type of ventilation. It's just safer and makes everything operate better. Okay, aside from the safety now that we've talked about that, I said that this unit uses butane, which comes in this type of canister, and this operates the stove. The butane cylinder will go into this compartment here. When you open the compartment and drop it down, you can see that this is going to be your gas valve area. The cylinder attaches to here. The gas is fed through here through the piping that goes into the burner. It's pretty easy to set this up. You'll notice on the top of the can there's a square cutoff. The can will sit in here. I'm not going to push it all the way down and get it and seat it totally. Now this is the way the can would sit in here. I don't have it anchored in. I'm just showing you the way it would go in. But it's a thread here. You would thread the can into the hole. It'll lock in once it tightens up. This little arm here will lock in against the cylinder and hold it in place. Now when the stove sits in this flat, in this capacity, this can will be fully in and anchored. It'll be much more straighter than what it is now. You would close the top, and then you're all good to go. Basically turn the gas on, get down to the ignition lighter, it'll light up, and it'll turn the flame on, and you use it like a regular stove in your house. Unit's not overly expensive. There's, like I said, there's different models, different types. Go on YouTube to Coleman. They have a couple videos of this stove and other stoves you'll see. You could buy this through Coleman's, you could buy it through Amazon. Very lightweight, easy to use, and it's good to have for an emergency. You throw it in the back of your car, throw it with your emergency gear, your prep gear, and you'll be good to go. Alright? Any questions, you can always drop questions over at Sykes Groups through their website or whatever. We welcome comments, questions. If we can help you out, we're more than glad to help you out. So, folks, summer's coming. Get out there, practice your preps, practice your skills, and have a good summer. Talk to you later.